Time now for the Peter Channel morning news on this Monday morning, October 3rd, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Monday morning, October 3rd, 2016. Back to work, back to school. Here are your news and odds. Top story at 8:30 on this Saturday morning is, in the blink of an eye, the city light turned dark on King pedestrian. The 35-year-old started keeping out of connection was held up at gunpoint inside a Paris hotel, removed by this evening by two armed masked men dressed as police officers. Washington, Donald Trump's controversy and his self-destructive lack of discipline threatened to drain the Republican nominee of 70 can't afford time. Ferocious Hurricane Matthew, packing up 145 mile per hour winds, has pumped in hundreds of Guantanamo employees to evacuate to wreak havoc in Haiti and Jamaica. Yoshinori Oshuni of Japan used baker's yeast in the fag, Jennings essentially out of foggy. Capital Afghan government forces are fighting under the ground and from the air to defend the non-armed city of Kunduz on a pre-dawn offensive by Taliban militants by Monday. Google's next big event is on October 4th, more than 24 hours away, but you may not have to wait to get the scuba company's new flagship phones. A narrow win for the Colombians in front of the government peace deal with FRC rebels has thrown in the country to Israel, leading to one jurisdiction. Nobody really knows what happened tomorrow. Russia suspended a 16-year agreement on the United States to dispose weapons. Great Potomac decided Russia's unfriendly actions towards Russia, according to the TASS news agency. Just up the hill from Istanbul's old city, lines are forming outside the district governor's office. This is where the Turks can find a new crisis management center where those caught up in post-Cook purge can finally be heard in the defense. Sterling has fallen at a 3-year low against a year after Theresa May outlined the timeline for starting Brexit negotiations. Kunduz, Afghanistan. Taliban insurgents launched a coordinated attack in Kunduz, Afghanistan, a city it briefly held last year, police said. Dabiq, Syria. Syrian rebels supported a U.S.-led coast shootout less than 2 miles from the strategic town of Dabiq, early under Islamic State control. As the Supreme Court news term begins, many court watchers have observed that the justice don't have the usual front-page history important carries as under the docket. An undated photo of Alicia Gideon, who was killed in a party near North Carolina A&T State University, as she wanted to be successful according to her family. Hillary Clinton said her words are not the same as black grandmothers, as Tim Kaine were walking the biggest political stage in his life in the vice president's debate on Tuesday, instead of the former rival saying whether the strongest assets would be done. Same thing that's up to him for the 22-year political. Togiak Alaska's Department of Public Safety said 3 people died after the Cessna 208B crash threatened the flight when it got to Togiak. St. Louis, the 14-year-old boy was a cougar condition after being shot by a St. Louis police official said. Los Angeles, a second hour protest school board attempts in South Los Angeles barely 24 hours after the police showed it about an armed team. Deutsche Bank AG is most likely to tap existing shareholders for funds to help work for legal costs and others options include a sale and asset management of business of a merger with Commerce Bank AG is more damage than autonomous research said. Nissan Group posted a surprisingly strong month for the U.S. sales and in the September recorded 4.9% growth compared to the year earlier after several forecasts of sales to declines. Presidential candidate Hillary Clinton on Monday will unveil a plan to make it easier for consumers to take legal action against bad corporate actors, said Wells Fargo and Manhattan, according to the campaign official. Shares of Camell's Incorporated soared into pre-market trade after the sport goods retail and announced the deal to be acquired by Bass Pro Shops in the deal valued at $5 billion. All right, looking at the stocks now is 8208.50, that's SP 2168.27, and that's like 5,312. The number of registered cars, Texas Jeep Speed 24, 2013 with about 7 million to New Delhi above. And the cars surpassed 2 million sales for the first time of the year, recorded hit 2 times. As in the deal ratifies Paris Climate Agreement. Hydroelectricity is considered an invaluable source of clean renewable energy, but a new study suggests it may not be so clean after all. Last, no limited member of the Raps frigid limb tree frog died at the Atlanta Botanical Garden, cited one that did not happen in the world. Amphibians are also risking extinction. According to study released by the NASA scientists, Xenon Krypton astros detected on the Mars by the Curiosity rover could help the scientists track changes to the planet's atmosphere over time. Tremendously alternate health providers such as acupuncturists and massage therapists are likely than other kids to get the early flu shot, and the new study suggests. The island considers the Zika test on all pregnant women. Miami Beach, Florida. Just over a month, Miami Beach particularly got over 2,000 colorful water rapid bomb lights. Some feature red flowers, but display slight fireworks from dark green sparks. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration warned against the use of homeopathic TV tablets in jails on Friday, cited potential risk to infants and prompted CBS Health Corporation to withdraw the products. After perhaps the worst week that the presidential nominees ever had, Donald Trump enters the first final full about the 2016 contest and it's very need of a big moment on Hillary Clinton's newfound momentum with his own downward spiral. Manhattan, Pennsylvania. Donald Trump campaign announced Saturday the candidate would soon deliver the nine-sentence critic and comment Hillary Clinton made months ago about them. Many in the millennials supported the program. Bernie Sanders, Washington, when Hillary Clinton rises to Ohio. On Monday, it will be the first appearance in the Middle Western battleground in about Jefferson City, Missouri, and West Virginia. The Democratic governor has defended the cold street wall, declared as presidential nominee Hillary Clinton. Take a look at some local news in Medfield. What the news stores. New apartments in Waterloo purpose underway. That can be said to be verging on a renaissance. Now, community leaders are putting tents together to strategies and out. The area can be made even more attractive. Shoppers and entertainment coach seekers. Members several organizations are planning to meet with Selectmen on town on Wednesday to discuss possibilities. Participants will include representatives from the Fields World Side Committee, the Downtown Business Association, Business Industrial Development Commission, and the Planning Board. The workshop meeting is scheduled at 7:30 p.m. Highlight Country Club was a place for future bands to be Sunday after the during the Brother Extravaganza or Savannah. Sun chronicle and punctuated by a bridal gown fashion show featured 15 breathtaking dresses. Taunton, two men and in the 9 and connect with an 8.5-year-old double homicide. Bristol County District Attorney Thomas M. Quinn III out Sunday. Random, a 6-year-old man suffered a head injury while fishing on a shore of Lake Prairie Sunday afternoon, officials said. Worcester, Massachusetts, a master man cannot kill his cousin tomorrow parking lot after their business partnership turned sour. Face is sentenced at Peter Chesper faced the mandatory sentence to life prison without the judge parole and the sentence on Monday in the Worcester Supreme Court. Now, 49 Worcester man was convicted last week on first degree murder in 2014, shot to the death of Paul Bluzzo. Melrose, Massachusetts, now 4 years investigated after Melrose man was struck by a car, killed over the weekend. Peter Childers' arm is now 8:38 on this. Monday morning, and it's total for a sports report. Last night, the Boston Red Sox fall to the Toronto Blue Jays 2-1, while the New England Patriots get shut out by the Buffalo Bills last night at Gillette 16-0. Pittsburgh, Kansas City Chiefs impressed White Waco against New York Jets. Could have sustained one against Pittsburgh Steelers as the Steelers crushed the 43-14. Peter Childers' arm is now 8:38 on this. Monday morning, and it's total for Traffic and Transit Report. Baby! Let's start off on the MBTA, where the MBTA Green Line emergency experienced residual delays with the early disabled train. And on the commuter rail, Franklin trains 7:03, 8:04 a.m. outbound stop at 5 to 10 minutes late between South Station and Forge Park during the early mechanical issue. And Middlebury train 008, 7:20 a.m. inbound is operated 5 to 7 minutes behind schedule between Middlebury and South Station and mechanical issue. And on the ferries, they are lug again. Alright, let's take a look at the highways and byways of New England. Here, 95 on the southbound side it is stopped open. Norwalk to Stamford, 95 northbound side, so the Stamford stretch. Merritt Parkway, southbound side, back to the Fairfield, and down to Stamford stretch. 91 on the southbound side is backed up from 291 to Interstate 84. 84 eastbound side is backed up from Newport all the way down to downtown Hartford. 91 on the northbound side, sloping for 84 downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the northbound side it is backed up 57 to 291 in Springfield. 290 eastbound side, sloping for Route 9 in Worcester. Route 190 southbound side of Lowside, 290 in Worcester. 95 will both ends back to 295. We'll walk on into the East Greenwich. 610 connector, so from 6 to 95. 146 on the northbound side is back to Providence Island. Route 50 to The pirates, they have the south bad side. It's often protected data pirates. They have the north bad side. It is backed up from Cranston oriented data pirates. 185 west bad side. It is backed up from 114 out in east province oriented data pirates. 146 to the south bad side. It is backed up just around North Smithfield. The north bad side. It is backed up from 126 to 122 the Lincoln Recycle stretch. 295 the south bad side. It is backed up after Route 95 out of Burr. 485 on the north bad side is backed up from Auckland all the way to the Mass Pack in Westburn. Mass Pack east bad side is backed up from Western all the way to Newton and Nippex giving you also back tolls. 120 more footage is backed up around 24 and Randolph and south bad side is sold with the Braintree split. Route 3 is north bad side back to the Braintree stretch. 95 on the north bad side is backed up from 128 Kenton. 120 on the north bad side is backed up from 1035 and Needham all the way at the Route 20 Waltham. 7 is best for the north outside of Silver. Bridge split all the way into the Mass Pack. 7 is best for south outside back to the north church stretch. Mass Pack south outside is back east back. Mass Pack west bad slow from Lower Airport to South Boston. 93 is south outside from Medford all the way into Route 1 in Charlestown and the Zinc Bridge. Route 1 in south outside is slow from Chelsea out to Charlestown. 7 till SoCal until it's looking good. 128 out in the north outside back to from 109. 135 and then all the way to Route 20 in Waltham. 128 south outside is backed up from Ludfield all the way at the Waltham. Route 2 westbound side is slow around. Route 128 out of Lexington. Route 2 eastbound side is backed up from 60 in Belmont all the way at the first part of Parkway, Cambridge. Route 3 southbound side is backed up from Millbrook all the way to Route 128 in Burlington. 93 on the northbound side is backed up from Bedford all the way to Route 128 in Kenton. Route 93 southbound side is backed up around Route 128 out in Rated 485 on the northbound side is backed up after Route 3 Lowell to Tewksbury. 485 both ends is slow after Route 2 Lowellton. 485 southbound side back to Hudson stretch. 485 southbound side Lowell slow around. Route 93 out lots. Every turn back southbound side Lowell slow around the Merrimack stretch. Route 285 on the eastbound side, northbound side Lowell slow around Falmouth Spur up in Maine. And 87 to south outside of Little Champlain stretch. And New York State 3, a little slow around the Albany stretch. Just around 787 to Albany. Peter Childers time is 8:42 on this Monday morning. And it's time now for a weather report. And this is the latest on Hurricane Matthew. It is 135 miles in a Category 4 storm. With a central location 50.4 to the north, 74.9 to the west. Maximum state winds at 130 miles an hour. Movement north at 6 miles an hour. Dangerous Hurricane Matthew expected to approach southwestern Haiti tonight. A hurricane water is affected from Jamaica, Haiti, Cuban province, and Guantanamo, Santiago, the Cuba, Hogan, Grandma, and Las Tunas. Southeastern Bahamas, including the Indigas, Mayaga, Auckland, Cook Island, and Long Key, and Reagan Island. Hurricane water in effect for Cuban province and Camagari, Turks and Caicos Islands, and Central Bahamas, including Long Island. Zuma, Room Case, San Salvador, and Cal Island, and Trump's water in effect for Dominican Republic from Bahona westward to the border with Haiti. Trump's water in effect for Dominican Republic from Puerto westward to the border with Haiti. Interest elsewhere in Hispaniola and the Bahamas should monitor the progress of Matthew. For some information, special area, please monitor the products review. National Meteorological Service. At 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, this Hurricane Matthew is located near latitude 15.4 on the north, latitude 74.9 on the west. Matthew is moving toward the north near 6 miles an hour. General northward motion is some increase in force speed is expected to Tuesday on the forecast track. The center Matthew will likely approach Jamaica and southwest Haiti tonight and eastern Cuba on Tuesday. Maximum same winds out here 1 to 30 miles an hour. Gust. Matthew is a dangerous category 4 hurricane at the staff of SIPS hurricane wind scale. Some focus intensity are possible during the next couple of days. Maps expect to be remaining powerful hurricane for early Wednesday and hurricane force winds are set it out to 30 miles an hour from the center of the tropical force winds at 195 miles an hour. In a way, a buoy 42.58, looking about 40 miles south of the center of Matthew, risk sealing with it. But it was the same wind gusts of 58 miles an hour, wind gusts of 74 miles an hour. Estimated minimum temperature is 943 millibars and trace of 85 inches. And wind hurricane conditions are expected to reach Jamaica and Haiti tonight, and East Cuba Tuesday. Tropical conditions are expected to first reach Jamaica, Haiti later today, Eastern Cuba tonight, making outside preparations difficult, dangerous preparations to protect life and property. Should be wretched declarations. Tropical conditions are expected along the South Coast of the Dominican Republic with the water there beginning today. Tropical conditions are expected to reach the southeastern Bahamas early Tuesday, with a hurricane conditions expected late Tuesday. Hurricane conditions are possible in the hurricane watch areas by Tuesday night, with tropical conditions are possible by Tuesday. Troublesome conditions are possible in late troublesome water area in the Dominican Republic late today. Rainfall, Matthew expected to produce total rainfall between 50-25 inches across 780 with a southwestern portion of the Dominican Republic. Possible estimate about some 40 inches and across eastern Cuba and western Haiti. Total rain accumulations of 8 to 12 inches are expected and possible estimate of maximum amounts of 20 inches across Jamaica with total rainfall accumulation of 10 inches expected with isolated maximum amounts of 15 inches possible. There's rainfall likely to produce life-threatening flash floods and mudslides, and Matthew is expected to produce total rain accumulation 8 to 12 inches or southwest southeast of Bahamas, and isolated maximum amounts of 15 inches. Matthew is expected to produce total rain accumulations of 2 to 5 inches as the maximum amounts of 8 inches of the restricted Caicos Islands. Lower amounts are expected across the northeastern section of Haiti and the Dominican Republic, about ranging from 1 to 3 inches and isolated maximum of 5 inches. Storm surge and accumulation of dangerous storm surge and large and destructive waves could raise water levels by as much as they fall in amounts above normal tide levels. Southern coast of Cuba east of Cabo Cruz, 7 to 11 feet. South coast of Haiti, 7 to 10 feet. North coast of Cuba east of Cabo Gray, 4 to 6 feet. Jamaica, 3 to 5 feet. Gulf of Canaveral, Haiti, 3 to 5 feet. Southern coast of the Dominican Republic, 1 to 3 feet. And central and southeast of Bahamas, 10 to 15 feet. Surge related flooding depends on the relative time of the surge of the tidal cyclone. It can vary greatly over a short distance. Large waves streaming by Mafia likely cause water rising occur well in the event of the well away from the tracking center and stairwells. J-By Mafia will continue to affect portions of the coast of Hispaniola, Jamaica, Peru, Colombia, Eastern Cuba, and the Caribbean coastline of Central America during the next few days. These swells are likely to cause life-threatening surf and wind current conditions. Please consult your local web office. Okay, let's take a look at a few models here. The GFS model. Looking at the GFS model, and it shows Matthew is headed up, skirting the North Carolina coast and turning out to sea. Barely over a few hundred miles off the New England coast, bringing more rain and less wind. And if the GFS model agrees with it, but if the GFS model says the GFS model is headed towards at the sea and up towards Maine, the European model says it is at the sea, and looking at the forecast models, it shows some tracks take it out to sea and some head towards New England, but don't panic. It's 6 days away, so I will keep you posted on what Matthew would do. So it's 6 days away, so don't panic, New Englanders. Keep your eye peeled to the storm. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, chance of showers. May after 2 p.m. Most skies got about 69 degrees. Cloud will be coming to the northeast about 5 miles an hour after chest patient 30%. New boost amounts less than 10 inches possible. Tonight, slight chance of showers before 11 p.m. Punch bug up to 1 a.m. was. Most skies got about 53 degrees. And northeast about 6 miles an hour. Chest patient 20%. Tuesday, punch bug before 7 a.m. was. Putty Saturday podcast about 63 about 46 degrees. Northeast about 3 to 8 miles an hour. Shifted to north at 3 to 6 miles an hour. For Wednesday, punch bug before 7 a.m. was. Mostly Saturday podcast about 6 to about 44 degrees. Northeast about 6 miles an hour for Thursday. Mostly Saturday podcast about 60 about 46 degrees. For Friday, Saturday podcast about 70 about 50 degrees. Saturday, check your shots. Put these Saturday, most guys about 69 about 54 degrees. Just rate 35%. And the Sunday, check your shots. Put these guys about 65 degrees. Just rate 30%. Currently, and not near is a clear and cloudy day, and the temperature is 58 degrees with humidity at 99%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on this October 3rd, 2016 on a Monday. Morning, I'm pleased to have a good morning and goodbye day. And I'll see you for a 12 noon report on this Monday. Hope you have a good day.